Today is going to be the final episode of the season, and we have an opportunity to finish no higher than second because Copenhagen have won the league by a fair distance. They are, 21 points clear of second place. Copenhagen are the PSG of Denmark, by the looks of it, in this save. We are currently sat third place. We've played, I think, 6 games off camera. We've done kind of okay. We've drawn with AAB, we've drawn with Randers, we lost to Copenhagen because of course you have to lose to Copenhagen. We beat Nordisland and then beat AAB, and then we've just lost 3-1 against Silkeborg, a team who seem to be always beating us. We have not beaten Silkeborg this season. In fact, we've lost 3 times against them this season, I think. We've got Randers, Copenhagen, Silkeborg and Nordisland to play. We're going to play Randers and maybe Nordisland. I don't know what's going to happen. If we beat Randers, all of a sudden, this gets a little bit more interesting because we will move into second place. We'll be on 48 points. They'll be on 46. It's kind of, we can finish anywhere between second and fourth, realistically. Technically, we could probably finish fifth as well. I don't think we're going to drop that far down. The starting lineup for the Randers game then. Ojo, Mortensen, Olisema, De Beer and Junior in defence. Junior has kind of become our left back, even though he's not a particularly good left back. He's actually better than what we have to offer when it comes to, well, it's Reginaldo, isn't it? Reginaldo's our number 1 left back. Junior's kind of as good. The Borussia Dortmund loanee Tonino and Madsen will be in the middle of the pitch, with Musikiri returning from a somewhat long-term injury on the right-hand side. On the left is Montano Meyer and Lecoq leading the lines. I said this before in last episode, I think it was the last episode, I'm happy that we have squad depth. Our subs bench is nice and strong. We've got Anderson Yangbo, Frankie Dogbolt on the subs bench. That's how good our starting 11 is and how good our squad now is as well. We've got injuries as well. We've got Valentine, that's his name, currently out injured. Strunk, Pete, both out injured as well. Youssef, I'm giving him a new contract. He's going to get a new contract, which means he's going to have himself a work permit, which means we might be able to see him before the end of the season, hopefully. So this game here, we kind of need to win. If we want to finish in second and third, we need to win this game. If we lose, we suddenly kind of get dragged into a little bit of a battle between sort of 4th and 5th place, and maybe even 6th. I don't think 6th is really into the question here, but we need to really get 3 points here, because that's going to keep our dreams alive of getting into, I think, the Europa League this season. Madsen with the ball, finds Mortensen, plays it into Musikiri, curling effort from the Zimbabwean, almost finds the top corner but goes over. And that's been the only action for the first half an hour of the game. It's been quite dull, in fact. It is Randers with the ball, header clear from Olisema. We don't quite win it back though. Mortensen needs to get there, he doesn't. It goes over the bar from Diamande instead. Second chance of the match goes to Randers, but it wasn't even on target. It's Mortensen with a throw, 10 minutes left of the first half. Musikiri to Madsen, who's picked up a knock, not ideal. Ball over the top to nobody. I think Lecoq might have been offside, and that's why he didn't go for it. That's the excuse I'm using. Tin De Beer collects. It's Junior. I got confused by who Nduka is then. It's Junior, isn't it? Plays it back to Tin De Beer on the halfway line. Madsen needs to pay attention to that injury, because I have no idea what that is. That could be a bad one. Although, looking at his little heart at the bottom, doesn't seem so bad. Randers with it then, passing around. I feel like we play Randers on camera most episodes, do we not? I feel like we've played them a lot in this save. Tin needs to win that head, and does, but heads it straight to Diamande. Ball through to Vollersen, and Vollersen dinks it over Ojo. It's 1-0 to Randers. This is not what we wanted to happen. And of course, the commentary says at the bottom there, Ojo has to take blame for that because he rushed out. Why are goalkeepers so bad? I do need to tell you about goalkeepers, in fact, because we have arranged to sign a new one in the summer, and I'll tell you about it at the end of the episode. Ojo's dropped down to a 6.3 because of that. Seriously, game? What is up with goalkeepers? I have no idea. Junior's with the ball, loses out to Karamoko, who's gone all the way back to the keeper. We are putting on the pressure, though. It's Matteo Meyer, blasts his effort wide of the post. We were in a good position, and then we just balled it up. Because we're losing this, and I think Nordisland are winning their game, we may well have just dropped down to 4th place. Lecoq is going to collect this, crosses it in. Montano's not going to quite get there. Randers can clear. Tinderbeer's going to get this one alive, though. Madsen, still not quite sure what that injury is. You'd think a good manager would try and find out. Mortensen with it down the right-hand side. Lots of space for the captain to run into. 2 in the middle. Doesn't cross it. Instead finds Tonino. And Antonin Lecoq's hit the bar. Matteo Meyer is there to mop up the pieces. It's 1-1. I thought that Lecoq header went straight into the back of the net. Nobody reacted at all. Just Lecoq heads the ball. The goalkeeper stays planted. It hits the bar. Meyer's there, quickest to react. Gets the equalising goal, 1-1, with 5 minutes left to play of the first half. Can we get ourselves a second? No, not yet. Anyway, it's half-time. It is 1-1. we're looking okay. We're not looking great, but we're looking okay. You've been unlucky, is what I'm going to say. I am going to say to Ojo, that's unacceptable. Good, he appeared inspired. I need to fire some people up. I think the midfielders definitely. And we've also said there's something to the attackers as well. So we've pleased quite a lot of people. That is good. Wait, no. What is this injury? What have you got? Hampered by injury, foot injury. Get off the pitch. Right, Mads Larsson's going to come on. I should have done that about 20 minutes ago, shouldn't I? Free kick for Randers in a good position. And I feel like that's going straight in the top corner. He's hit the post. He's actually hit the post. I thought that was going to go sailing past Ojo. Have we now got a counter-attack, or is the highlight just going to randomly end? It's a little kick from Nordli, and it's going to be a free kick. Musikiri, Montano and Lecoq all are not playing very well at all for some reason. Berg Jonsson with a free kick. Eriksen's there. Ojo came off his line, because why would you stay on your line? Why would you stay on your line? Get off the pitch, mate. I'm done with you. Danny van den Heuvel is coming on. I think this might be his debut. It is going to be his debut. That is 2 mistakes. You keep making mistakes, buddy. We're also going to do dog bowl for Musikiri, and I think not Meyer. We're going to do Lecoq for Barry as well. I can't believe how stupid that goalkeeper is. What is he doing coming for that? What was he possibly doing coming for that ball? He was never going to win it. He's finished the match on a 5.9. That's how bad he's played. He's finished the match on a 5.9, which, good news, is we're going to save a bit of money because we're going to fine him 2 weeks' wages. Montano back to De Beer. Now Larsson in the middle, the substitute. Olisema to Tonino. Ball forward to Dogbowl. Mortensen goes for a run down the right-hand side. Stops and goes back to Tonino. Ball on the ground to Mortensen. Good ball. 4 in the box if we can find one of them. Mayer's there. Mayer heads over the bar. I feel like we're going to lose this game. And I hate him. He's done. I'm done with Ojo. I'm completely done with Ojo. I'm never playing him again. He's useless. He's absolutely awful. Tonino loses out, does Anderson Nyangbo. Karamogo heads past Van den Heuvel's post. I bet Van den Heuvel was not expecting to be playing today. He's only on the subs bench because Fige is currently injured. Final 5 minutes, Montano is playing absolutely garbage as well. They recommend bringing on Zulpa. Why? Apparently he's played there. I imagine he's played there for like the under-21s or something stupid like that. I think what we're actually going to do is do Reginaldo coming on as an inside forward on the left, because everyone else seems to be defensive midfielders. Final 3 minutes then of the match, and I hate him. I actually hate him. There are some players in Football Manager that you get frustrated with because they always score against you. Never have I been so annoyed with my goalkeeper because he's literally costing us 3 points fairly consistently. If we had a better goalkeeper, we would be finishing second. No question about it. We would be second now, and we wouldn't even be having this episode. Right. Ojo, heads up. You're getting another water bottle thrown at you. Angered? Good. I want you to be angered. In fact, I want you to be so angry, you resign. Just get out of my club. 2 more injuries as well. Musikiri out for 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days for Madsen. Okay, it's not too bad. Right. Where are you, Ojo? He's conceded 10 goals in his last 4 games. Can we see, mistakes? Is there a mistakes leading to goals? Is that a thing? It is. Right down the bottom there. Mistakes leading to goals. 7. 7 mistakes leading to goals. That seems high, does it not? That seems very high. And also, I imagine 3 of those have been in the last 2 episodes. You're transfer listed. I don't care if you're not going to accept it. You're transfer listed. You're going in the B team. Right, we've got a new number 1 goalkeeper, everybody. And it's probably going to be this guy who... It's probably not as good, is he? He's not as good. But we do have a new goalkeeper coming in the summer. So, we only need to stick with Svaya or possibly even Van den Heuvel for 3 more matches. Maybe that's all we need. So, I'm not going to play this match on camera, but I just wanted to show you this. This is the starting 11 that I would usually play. That's a lot of red. No Junior, no Strunk, no Pete, no Montano, no Valentine either. We've also got a couple of players, well, I say a couple, we've got a player unregistered as well down the bottom. We're kind of struggling. For Copenhagen, we're actually going to go for the Route 1 formation, and we're probably going to play Danny van den Heuvel as well. Yeah, I think we're going to go for this. Right, just like that, we're back for the second match of the episode. We lost 3-2 against Copenhagen, playing the Route 1 formation. Danny van den Heuvel got a 7.6 or something ridiculously high, which means he keeps his place as our number 1 goalkeeper. I asked the assistant to pick, and they've automatically gone, drop Ojo, get rid of him completely. We've still got some injury problems. A lot of injury problems. We've got Valentine, Olisema, De Beer is out suspended, Strunk, Montano and Pete all missing the match. Montano, I think, is our latest injury. He's out for potentially 3 weeks. So it's going to be Van den Heuvel in goal. Mortensen, Galdamez Jr. and Reginaldo in defence. Madsen, Tonino and Larsen in midfield. Meyer and Nyangbo on the wings. Lecoq leading the line. I don't have a lot of hope because it is against Silkeborg and we just lose to them every single week. Oh, and we also have Sajjad Youssef on the subs bench because he does have himself a work permit. He will be making his debut today. 3 wins in a row. 3 wins in a row and we have to play our arch nemesis, Silkeborg. I think this Silkeborg rivalry was built from the first season when we knocked them out of the cup when we were in the 3rd tier. That's what I'm going with. It's an early chance from a corner for Silkeborg. Manning is the man to take it from the left-hand side towards the back post. Felix comes in, heads wide of the post. Silkeborg again with the ball. Manning loses out to Matteo Meyer. Didn't we play this Route 1 against Silkeborg before on camera and it didn't work? And we got battered. Meyer's pass, cross, shot? I don't know what any of that was. That was awful. The match stat says it was a shot. I'm questioning whether it was. Also, I've already decided we're 35 minutes in and we are going to change back to this. I now need to do a little bit of rearranging to make sure we've got some people playing in roughly the right positions. I think that might work. That won't work. That might work. I mean, Madsen as a left winger, yeah, he can do that job. He'll be fine. So Lecoq and Nyangbo are going to be leading the line for this. We'll do it that way around. There we go. Right. We've changed up because I've realised the Route 1 doesn't work against Silkeborg. Nothing works against Silkeborg. Free kick for Junior, well outside the area, curls, hits the top of the netting, goes over the bar. We've had very little to talk about in this match, haven't we? Very little. Half-time, it's 0-0. Arguably, I'd take that. I'd take a 0-0. I'm proud of everyone's effort. Nobody cared. Right, keep going, and keep going. Mortensen is really struggling. He's played pretty much every game this season because he's our best right-back by a fair distance. So I'm not surprised that he's getting tired. We've now got another injury because, of course, we've got another injury. What's this one? Potential foot injury. Matteo Meyer. What do we do? Musikiri can come on. I think we need to take Larsen off as well. He's on a 6-5. No, we don't take Larsen off. We take Madsen off. We bring on, I don't know, a striker. Sure. Youssef. On he gets. Here he comes. The Iraqi. I was going to say international. I don't think he's got any caps yet. He does. He's got 2 caps. On he comes then for his debut. Do we want to do anything else? We've done 2 changes. I think we have to take off Mortensen. We're going to bring on Angelini as well. I like Angelini. He's a very good player, but he's just not quite good enough to get in our starting 11. Final 15 minutes of the game. If it stays this way, I will, I guess, take this. It's not a good result. It's not a good result. It's not a good performance either. Van den Heuvel with a late free kick for us into the final couple of minutes. Angelini steals it, lumps it forward towards Youssef, but can't manage to find him. Galdamez to Larsen. Angelini's big kick upfield. Can't get it over towards the Iraqi striker. Brink to Thorsten Madsen. Engel with some space. Into Sol. Sol's effort goes wide. We got lucky. I saw that one going into the bottom corner. And then losing again to Silkeborg. Still more time on the clock though. Still chances. Annoyingly, going towards a team in red. Long range effort. Rubbish. We've played awfully, haven't we? Look at those match ratings for some of those players. We've had 1 shot on target. We've got a minute of injury time to play. Junior's chasing it down, keeps hold of the ball. Big lump upfield towards nobody. Why? Why was that the plan? Cross in, and there's the goal. Oh my word. We're going to finish bottom. We're going to finish bottom of the championship group. I said at the start of this episode that I don't think it's possible to finish 5th. We might finish 6th at this rate. And that was literally the last highlight of the game. What is this? What is that? That is awful. 5 shots. Silkeborg have just got our number. And I don't know what it is. They play a 4-4-2. And we just cannot beat them. Oh, bloody marvellous as well. That is another injury. We have got 6 first-team players out injured. 6 first-team players out injured. And most of them are going to miss the final game of the season. In fact, all of them are going to miss the final game of the season. Pete might be able to play if we're lucky. I feel like we might need to risk him. Esbjerg boss unwilling to experiment. Did you not see me start the Route 1 formation at the start of the match? Now, I did say this earlier, that I think if we get into the championship group, we're probably going to lose a fair amount of the games. I wasn't expecting to lose 4 in a row. We've got 1 game left to play against Nordjylland. We're going to go forward. If we lose this game, I think we could, technically, depending on what happens with Silkeborg, who are they playing? They're playing AAB. Okay, we won't finish bottom. We can finish 5th. If Silkeborg win, we can drop below Silkeborg, but Silkeborg and AAB can't win. It's awful, isn't it? Right, let's play Nordjylland. for the final game of the season, well, what I assume is going to be the final game of the season, we might still have a European playoff match to play, which I kind of don't want to be in. We're going to go for Van den Heuvel in goal, Mortensen, De Beer, Madsen, and Junior in defence. That's right, Madsen, the central midfielder, is playing as a centre-back because of injuries, because we've got bloody loads of them. Tenino and Larsen, Musikiri, Nyangbo, Barry and Lecoq. If you look at our last 5 games, anyone who's awful? Musikiri. Let's have a chat with you, fella. Right, can I give you a warn, criticise recent form? You need to play better if you want to be in the first team. I feel like I should also say the same thing to old Frankie Dogbolt as well. We definitely need to say it to Barry because he just doesn't score goals. That'll do. I'll work a lot harder in training. Don't want harder in training, lad. I want harder on the pitch. My team talk before this match was, I'm sick of losing football matches. Win a football match, effectively. So hopefully they've taken that on board. Because we've lost 4 of our last 5, I'd like to finish the season with a win, but if we lose, I feel like we're finishing 5th. In fact, if we lose, we are almost certainly finishing in 5th place because AAB are playing Silkeborg as we saw earlier. Tenino clears it for us. Lecoq controls it well, plays it back to Junior on that left-hand side, all the way back to Madsen. Larsen in the middle, finds Barry. We need a performance from Big Bazza. It's nearly for Tenino. It's fallen for Musikiri. The Zimbabwean scored 1 goal in his time so far at Esbjerg. Loses out, and now Norgesland can do themselves a little bit of a counter-attack, or maybe not. Mortensen clears. Barry doesn't win the head. He's just got, I don't know, he's got concrete stuck to his feet. He's managed to get an assist, though. Antonin Lecoq scores the goal. We are going to struggle next season, aren't we? With no Tin, no Lecoq and no Tonino, we are going to struggle to score goals. We need somebody to start picking up and scoring some goals instead of Antonin, because he's the only one doing it. AAB have also taken the lead against Silkeborg, which doesn't mean a huge amount for us. It just means that it's going to be AAB leapfrogging us if we lose, rather than Silkeborg. We've got the ball through Madsen. Tenino back to Van den Heuvel, who has been our number 1 goalkeeper now for 3 matches, and he's not been much better, let's be honest. He's kept 1 clean sheet. Nyangbo all the way back to Van den Heuvel again. I say 1 clean sheet. He hasn't, has he? He's not kept a single clean sheet at all. He's just played well. Mortensen with the ball to Tenino. Now Barry. Ball forward. Lecoq again. Lecoq this time side foots it wide of the post. Corner for Marquinhos to take. We're only 13 minutes in. How are we only 13 minutes into this game? Marquinhos is going to go for a run again and blast it into the bottom corner. Van den Heuvel can't keep clean sheets. We, as a team, can't keep clean sheets. I'm not even sure who's taken fault for that. I mean, it looks like maybe one of the fullbacks, but I'm not sure. 30 minutes on the clock now, and Silkeborg have equalised against AAB. We've had the ball into the 6-yard box, but that wasn't a highlight, apparently. And now Norgesland coming forward with the ball. This is always a concern. They just outnumber us. We get hit on the counter-attack every single time. Marquinhos dinks it over the keeper. It's 2-1, and our season is going to finish with 5 defeats in a row. That is awful. I genuinely didn't consider this. What if we get sacked? If we get sacked from Esbjerg, do we suddenly turn this into like a journeyman save? Because the idea was to make Esbjerg back to where they were. And I will say this now, I didn't say it in the last episode, I could have become the Bromby manager. They offered me an interview and everything, and I went, no, I'm in charge of Esbjerg. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have gone for it. Half time it is 2-1, and we're not looking good, are we? We're really not looking good. Thrash arms, get your acts together. Everyone is fired up. At least our strikers seem to be doing something. This time around, I think we're kind of getting beaten by just a better performing team. I imagine match ratings wise for Norgesland, they're all, or quite a lot of them are in the greens, whereas we've just got 2 strikers. Barry to Lecoq, gets some space. Lecoq tries to chip it over the keeper, hits the bar. He's looking very bright. Also, Barry seems to be playing well. Musikiri and Nyangbo, however, are not playing well at all. Marquinhos with the ball. He's on a hat-trick now, I think, isn't he? It's Paul Crab, goes for a curling effort, blasts it just wide of Van den Heuvel's post. I think we need to do ourselves a couple of changes, and it's on the wings. Seca and Carniero coming on. Musikiri and Nyangbo obviously coming off. We are not playing well at all. Carniero also can't play as a left winger. He also can't play as a right winger, so we're just going to have to hope for the best that he can do something on that left wing. Mortensen with a throw, 65th minute. Barry just doesn't want the ball, does he? Barry just does not want the ball. Marquinhos, however, wants the ball all the bloody time. Engdahl's going to go for a run down the right-hand side. Loads of space because Junior's just let him run into it as well. Plays it on the ground. Romario Barrow crosses it in. Sforza on the spin. blast it into the bottom corner, and our season is done with a 3-1 defeat. At least a 3-1. Another defeat. 5 defeats in a row. What is this? We've got the ball through Seka. Are we going to get ourselves... No, we're not going to get ourselves a chance because we've just given it straight to a red shirt. Madsen, Tenino. Forward to Larson. This is probably the last time we will see Tinderbeer, Tenino and Lecoq. Carniero with it. Gets past his man. Finds the bottom corner. Fair play, Miguel Carniero. It's 3-2. We're maybe not out of this, but we are literally relying on special performances from Lecoq and Carniero, and that's it. Marquinhos with a free kick towards Romario Barro, headed clear. Are we going to get there? We're not even close, are we? Anderson crosses it in. Junior clears it on the volley. That's good. Not far enough, though. Marquinhos crosses it. Madsen with a diving header. Where's this commitment been all season? We've not defended like this for years. Engdahl tries to get some space. Carniero's given away a penalty. Well, I say he's given away a penalty. We're going to get VAR. I think it was in the area, so it's probably going to be a penalty. It is a penalty. Van den Heuvel is going to concede his probably 7th goal in 3 games. He's not very good either, is he? Paul Crabbe steps up. It's awful. It's awful penalty. It's an awful goalkeeper. Why can't we... Why? Why are we so bad at this game at the moment? Nordjylland have had 21 shots and they've scored 4 goals. How are they getting in the position to have so many chances? I'm not even going to bother doing any subs. There's no point. We've been awful. We're 4-2 down. The season is over. We are probably... I think we might be finishing 4th because I think AAB and Silkeborg drew, which means that we stay where we are. Right, I'm saying you're coming to training tomorrow because that was awful. Once again. So we've finished 4th. We have actually finished 4th place. I'm unwilling to experiment. I don't care. I don't care. We've finished 4th place. Are we in the playoff places? We're not. We're not in the playoff places. So that's us done. That is actually us done because Bromby won the cup. Okay. We've finished 4th place. We've picked up some money. This form at the end of the season was solely down to goalkeepers, right? We scored 2, 4, 5, 6 goals in the last 5 games, but we conceded 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 goals conceded in 5 games. That is just horrendous. Well, before we finish this episode, I did say that we've got ourselves a brand new goalkeeper coming in, hopefully to fix this just god-awful sort of defensive problems that we've got. I don't think he's going to be good enough to fix it, but this is Marcelo Pitaluga, a Brazilian goalkeeper formerly of Macclesfield, apparently, and Liverpool. He's played twice for Liverpool, conceded 3. I mean, is he better? I feel like he's better. I feel like he's better than what we've currently got. If we do a comparison with Ojo, who's obviously been our number 1 goalkeeper, attributes-wise, goalkeeping attribute-wise, I'd say he's considerably better. He's slightly better command of area, communication's better, his eccentricity is better, which I still don't understand what eccentricity means. Is that a good attribute or a bad one? I'm hoping it's a good one because Ojo has low eccentricity and does stupid stuff. Maybe Pitaluga's going to do stupid stuff, but because he's got high eccentricity, he's going to do it well and succeed. I don't know. He's not very good at kicking and passing, but that doesn't matter. That's not what we want him to be doing. We want him to be stopping them from scoring goals. That's the plan. We've also agreed to sign 2 youngsters as well from many sort of scouting trips around Europe and the rest of the world. We've got Emmanuel Ekwala joining from Coton Sports, which if you want to sign decent young Cameroonian players, go to Coton Sport. He's joining, I think, in the summer. It might be next summer, actually. In fact, it is the following season. I think there's something there. Not quite sure what, but I think there's something. And also Milas Markovic, who I think is good. I think we might have ourselves a player who's ready to break into the first team. He's going to have to be retrained slightly to become a striker. He might be the Lecoq replacement, and he's only 19 years old. Anyway, that is going to do it for Season 5, and it is ended awfully. Absolutely awfully. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll be back next season with more Esbjerg. Let's double check. Are we at risk of getting sacked? No. A-. They love us. They love us. They're still happy. The supporters, not best pleased, because obviously we keep losing matches. But the board are fine, and that's all we care about. I'll see you in the next one.